Hello everyone, this is Alex with Dallas Fish Daddy, and in today's video I am going to give a hot take. I am going to give my opinion about Purigen versus fine filter floss. So let's start with fine filter floss, and what is it? Basically, it is a very fine mesh that doesn't rip apart easy. This is Aquarium Co-op's version. I really like to support Corey and his products, so I buy his stuff. This is a sheet that you can see I've cut out. Comes as a rectangle, but I can partition it into individual parts or squares to put into my hang on the back. It's nice because you can also make it circular to fit in your FXs, FX6s or something like that, or your sumps. But in my 7 years of experience of keeping fish and keeping planted aquariums, this stuff works wonders at making the water very, very clear and inexpensively doing so. I also find that it lasts a pretty long time. If you're good on your maintenance and your filter has bio rings and some other different types of sponges, from your coarse to your finer sponges, this is just icing on the cake that makes the water very clear. So let's turn our attention to Purigen. Purigen is a great product, don't get me wrong. I have found that it makes the water beautifully clear. You can use in conjunction, but what I'm going to say is, let's say you didn't have this and just use this. This product will work very well. It polishes the water beautifully. It's a little more expensive than your fine mesh, but it does purify the water quite well. There's many videos from other YouTubers and content creators who talk about the effectiveness of Purigen. The nice thing about Purigen is it is planted aquarium safe, unlike activated carbon, which pulls out all of your fertilizers. This won't do that per se. So one of the things I dislike about Purigen is the cost. And there are ways to recharge it, and you can do that. In my opinion, as a working guy, as a nurse, and as a dad, and as a husband, I feel like it takes a lot of time, because you got to pour this out into a bowl, and you got to put some bleach in it, then you got to stir it, and then just let it sit for a while, then come back, put it into another container. Then you got to use dechlorinator, and then you got to, after a few days, smell it, make sure that there's no chlorine left in it, or that bleach smell, and then you put it back in the bag, and then put it back in the tank. And I just feel like that's a little too much time for my liking, and maybe I'm just lazy, but leave comments. You can leave any comments, positive or negative. But when I've used this product, I just take out the old and put in the new. The other thing is these bags, they're pretty inexpensive. I bought this from Amazon. There's like six of them, and you want to make sure that it's the finest material so that water passes through, but these beads won't go through. But it comes down to the performance. I've had people come over and say, "Wow, your tank is beautifully clear," and I'll tell them, it's just this. This works really, really well, and it's cheaper than Purigen in the long haul. You can of course do in combination, and it's going to be super clear water. But if you're budget conscious, I would just do just the fine filter floss and call it a day. But if you're really wanting that like superior sparkling water, Purigen does great, but it's not necessary. It's kind of a luxury item. So yeah, leave your comments, questions below. Love to hear from you, positive or negative. But in my personal experience, this works wonders, and especially if you keep up on your maintenance, that's going to do the best for you as far as water clarity. All right, bye for now.